97.9 The Box. This is DJ Eric, one part of the Big Tho and Eric show. Right now, you're tuned in to Tea with Monroe. Ooh, sex, love, scandal, harassment. Oh, you're getting the tea right now. Tea with Monroe podcast. You're officially tuned in.
So you think Larry's a good male Pisces?
Of all the men that I know in my life, I would say Larry is one of the best men that I know, and that's being real.
Dang, be careful. Pisces man.
He might be a little clumsy, but he don't mean it.
Come on.
This is Monroe Bishop.
Y'all already doing it?
Yes, we are.
Why you keep doing it?
Because I keep doing this. Keep you on your toes.
I like this
and
intro.
this is Larry White.
Welcome back to Tea with Monroe. Once again, he didn't know I was recording. That's why we were talking.
Right. I like the intro though. It was authentic.
I know. So this is Pisces season.
Yes, it is.
And this is my 1 year anniversary of my podcast, Tea with Monroe.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I want to bring one of my top guests back, Miss Sparkle Bailey.
That's me. I'm here.
Yes, girl. So we had to grace this podcast with your presence because you were one of the pivotal people who actually brought a lot of heat, good heat.
Well, say that.
To the podcast. So I had definitely to have you back, girl.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Keep going. I tell everybody that I feel like is really passionate about what they're doing, and I believe in them. Keep going. If I've ever told you keep going, you genuinely got something good going. Keep going.
I appreciate that.
Keep
I'm
going.
telling you, girl, it's a struggle, but you know, I love what I do. Good. I love talking, running my mouth. I love being combative with my husband.
Good.
And he can't do shit about it.
Exactly. And the fact that you owning it and you're not trying to like front, you owning it. It is what it is.
It is what it is, girl. So, you know, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
It's my first time seeing you in 2018.
Well, do I look good, girl?
You look real good.
Girl. I just got back from vacation. I feel like.
So, it was your birthday vacation?
It was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm a Pisces.
Okay.
Proud Pisces.
Me too.
March the 3rd.
Pisces repping up in here.
Absolutely. And so I went out of town and I had a blast. My sister-in-law went with me. She came from Chicago and we just had a really good time.
Sister-in-law? Which sister-in-law?
This is my other Ashley. She's my husband's brother's wife.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's nice.
It's a few Ashleys in our family.
I see a lot of them.
Yeah. We deep.
See, I took a little girls trip. To celebrate.
We did. We went to New York and it was amazing.
What part of New York?
We stayed in Brooklyn.
Okay.
But we went everywhere.
Did you? How long were you there?
4 days.
Okay.
It was amazing. It was like so much culture there. You know, I'm from Houston. I have not been to New York before. That was my first trip. So I did the whole like, I'm from the South. Like I played that as much as I could. Like people make fun of your accent. They think because you from Houston.
Take your country.
Somebody said, do you know you sound just like Beyonce? And I just wanted to smack them because I was like, oh my God, we're from the same place. We gonna talk how we talk. People just, you know, somebody was making fun of me for how I say hot dog. I don't say hot dog and all of that.
Hot dog.
I say hot dog.
Let me get a hot dog.
Right. Oh, man.
I bet you it was a lot of fun.
New York was a blast. The Museum of Sex was one of my favorite.
What?
That was one of my favorite spots that I went to.
How did you find that?
Where did I find it?
You must Google before you go, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
you got to put an itinerary. You better put an itinerary, or you better know people. You better know. I knew a bunch of people, and I put an itinerary together.
Okay.
So I had way too much to do. I could not do everything on the list of stuff that we had going on. But I would advise everybody who has not gone, especially like if you went to New York for work, I get it, but I would advise you to go just for pleasure and just enjoy the city.
Museum of
Sex is a really great place to learn about the history of the animal kingdom, the human body, how we think as humans, how animals process sex, and the culture of sexuality in the animal kingdom. Is so much information there.
How does it differ from sex with humans?
Oh God, here we go. I have to be real. There are things. There are not a lot of differences.
Right.
Some people would be surprised to know. I always bring the heat, right?
Right.
Some people would be surprised to know that even in the animal kingdom, this is a big drop for the beginning of the show. Some people would be surprised to know that in the animal kingdom, pedophilia is a common thing.
I bet.
Adults having sex with the children, the child animal, that is a common thing.
That's how they keep their lineage. That's how they keep procreating.
They do something because, you know, in our world, that's just unheard of.
You think that's why they so wild and crazy? I don't know. Because they inbred.
I don't know. I want to go back to the museum. I want to study more. I went to learn. I'm definitely trying to rebrand my company.
Right.
And so I'm learning from every avenue. So I do want to go back to the Museum of Sex in Brooklyn. But there's so many other things that I want to plug into to learn as much as I can about the history of sex and then the communication part of sex, because it's important to understand the animal kingdom as well as, the human mind.
Now, why is that?
Well, because there's a lot of correlation between humans and animals, even if we don't want to admit it. We have similar body parts. We have similar behaviors. We get angry. Animals get angry. We're protective. Animals get protective. We have a lot in common. We can definitely learn from the animal kingdom. However, there are certain limits that I myself have that animals may not have. They are definitely, let me drop another bomb, animals definitely engage. We saw videos here. Now this is not just me reading things or just seeing some hearsay. We watched videos of these animals doing these things. Animals have threesomes.
Okay.
Animals,
ain't no shame in that game.
Animals have threesomes. Animals have same-sex threesomes very often. Animals.
3 female.
3 females.
Animals, 3 male animals.
3 female animals, 3 male animals. I told you about the children thing. They will have sex with the children attached to their pouch. That's very common.
Not actual intercourse with the children, but they're having sex while the children
while
are
the child is
attached.
In addition to everything else I said, yes.
Yeah,
They will like, you can have sex with the kangaroo. So the kangaroo is holding the baby. They can have sex with the baby in their pouch. Like, there's no shame. And the baby's head is poked out and the baby's there just moving and jerking.
And all them hormones.
Exactly. Animals have sex toys that they create.
Okay, I'm listening.
Animals create their own sex toys. I saw I think it was a rhinoceros having sex with a rock, going very hard on a rock and enjoying himself very, very hard.
Penis full.
The penis of a rhino. I forgot the name of the rhino, but the penis of I do not know why I did not take a picture of that, but I have to go back. The rhinoceros that I saw, the picture of the penis that I saw gave facts that the penis was 4 feet long. And 3,000, listen to this, 3,000 pounds heavy.
Who the hell is taking that big penis?
A rhino pussy, a fat rhino pussy, because I'm not. You could just kill me because I'm not doing that.
Kill me dead.
Please.
Now.
Everybody that saw that part of the exhibit, we were all kind of like just perplexed. Like, oh my goodness.
How much does a rhino weigh? I know they're pretty heavy.
They're heavy. I don't know. Let's Google it. I don't know. But a 3,000 pound penis.
And so this 3,000 pound penis was being hit up against a rock.
Yes. Inside, going in and out.
Like in between like 2 rocks or inside?
And it was getting its rocks off in between, literally getting its rocks off in a rock.
I guess any friction is good friction.
I saw a turtle. I believe it was a turtle. It was, I forgot what it was.
I've seen turtles have sex before.
That is a sight to see because turtles have pretty large dicks. But to see, there was a turtle, I believe, that was humping a gutter, like on the street of a neighborhood, and they have gutters, and the turtle was just working the gutter, the thing in the gutter, and there were other examples. I can't remember everything, but there were other examples of animals playing with sex toys they created or they implemented on their own.
So tell me something. Do their sex drive mirror eyes as well? Like, our male species have a certain type of sex drive, and the women have a certain type of sex drive. Sometimes it's compatible, and sometimes it isn't. So for me, looking at Animal Kingdom, it seems they go through mating seasons. Yeah. So is that just the only time they have intercourse to mate, to have children?
I don't think so. Because you can't, somebody that's horny, like, you can't stop them from having sex. That's anybody. If it's an animal or a human, you can't stop it from having sex. I guess some people say we're all animals.
I think so.
If somebody wants to have sex, they're going to have sex.
I like my dog, Blue Martini.
Come on.
It's for an example.
Come on.
We have to monitor him because he humps the hell out of his pillows.
Come on.
And
is he neutered?
No, he isn't.
Okay.
They even said if we neuter him, which we still can. He's pretty old, but they said even we neuter him, he's still in the habit of doing them.
Right.
So he humps the hell out of these pillows. I mean, he actually folds it in half. Girl. It grinds and his penis comes out, and then it flies everywhere. Yeah. And he gets his rocks off. And once he gets his rocks off, he shred the pillow. He mates and he kills.
Wow. Wow. Bless the dog who he ever get his hands on. So he doesn't mate at all.
No, he doesn't mate at all.
Wow.
Do you think that's
I think that I would be kind of mad if I had a penis and I couldn't use it. I would be mad.
Yeah, so that's kind of inhumane.
I think that. Well, I mean, you know, it's you're the one that has to live with what it's your animal. I can't tell you what to do.
I have to be honest. I never thought about it.
I just know it would be like if you know you got some good ass pussy,
right?
And you can't use it at all. At all, you can't nothing. All you can do is drip. You can't do nothing with the drip.
Can't do nothing.
You gotta fold pillows to like get your rocks off. Oh hell no! Let that dog get some pussy.
I keep telling my husband, let him go somewhere, let him get his rocks off, let him do something.
But y'all gotta find a place with a safe animals. You know, not just any type of.
Right. Because we're not being responsible for if a dog get pregnant.
I'm just saying.
We're not responsible for that.
It's different. They don't have child support. They don't have child support doggy laws, so it's different. You know, it's different.
Oh man, so we jumped right into that when I wasn't ready.
It be like that sometimes.
I'm telling you. So in the spirit of Pisces, I just want to for us to just tackle just a variety of topics. I didn't put any agenda in place. Just see where this goes. How we think as Pisces. Larry does not believe in zodiac signs. I'm not sure.
Whatever.
Why he's not here to convey.
He fits the mold of a Pisces male.
Signs.
You don't believe in zodiac?
No.
Why not?
The sun is a sign.
The moon.
A rainbow. A rainbow is a sign.
I don't believe that my personality is based off of. Can you hear me? I don't believe my personality is based off of when I was born.
That's a sign.
I don't believe
the alignment of this, that, and the third.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I got something I'm gonna show him before I leave. I'm gonna send it to him right now.
I believe that my personality is more based off of my genetics and my bringing up.
That all has to do with. That all has to do with numbers.
Your upbringing is an outside source of who you are. That's an external factor in your development.
So then it's my genetics.
Well, could be, but it's a lot of things that are involved in the way your genetics are built up. When you were born, the time, the day, the year, all that stuff factors
your name,
in. Yes.
Your name that your parents gave you. Check that out. I just sent it to you. Check that out. No, check it out. I just put my husband onto this morning. It's a new. I'll send it to you too, Tiffany.
He's not a believer.
I believe your name is correct.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you nothing crazy.
Well, he believe in name because does the Bible have anything regarding zodiac signs?
Y'all do this thing I sent y'all when y'all get a chance. Go on here. I'm not crazy. I love y'all. You know I respect y'all. Right. Go on there. Larry just gonna put his phone down like I ain't looking at that bullshit. Go on there. Put all it's gonna ask you for. It's not gonna ask you for no money or anything. It's just gonna ask you for your name and your date of birth. Okay. Don't do it right now because it's gonna talk to you.
Okay, I won't.
But go on there, fill it out, and just see what it says, and let me know what it says. And then if you like it, send it to your friends. If you feel like it's some realness there, definitely. Don't be all skeptical like you are over there. Like, yeah, they just how they know they just be knowing like whatever. Like no, like just take it into consideration. A total stranger helping you understand how numbers apply. And signs and numbers, like numbers represent signs. I agree. How it applies to your life, and you're gonna see how it personalizes something for you and something for him.
One of my Indian friends at work, she was buying her house, it was all based on numbers.
Okay, I believe that. I mean,
from her birth number, I mean, just all her child's number, the time of, I mean, so she picks a certain house number based on
people
certain
don't want to listen.
I'm telling
you. But you see people winning all the time. I've heard people like, "Oh, I'm tired of them winning." People, I'm tired of Patriots winning. I'm tired of Patriots winning. Why? Let them win. If they winning, let them win.
Right.
Like if you see people doing stuff the right way, be like them. Don't get jealous of them. Don't call them crazy. Be like them. Like you, everybody want to win. So anyway, what are we supposed to be talking about sex and Pisces stuff?
Yes.
Let me not preach. Let me not preach.
Speaking of signs, I want to talk about one of the things that are which I did not necessarily know per se, but now when I read it, it made sense. I kind of always felt it. It's about depression. Okay. The 6 zodiac signs that are more prone to depression.
We're probably one of them, I'm sure.
We are the top of the tier.
Oh, that's
girl.
sad.
It's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Gemini, and Taurus.
I can believe that.
And I read briefly through them all. Of course, I'm focused on Pisces. So the Pisces is the zodiac sign that's most likely to suffer from depression. Pisceans were born depressed.
Oh, man.
When I saw that, I was like, what the hell? I was doomed from the beginning. Anyway.
Right. No, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, so they have a tendency to self-sacrifice, which we do. I know personally I self-sacrifice a lot, which fuels my depression because I do have an element of depression to my personality. These are people who are very kind and loving, but they also be self-destructive, clingy, self-pitying, and out of touch with reality. They usually view life through rose-colored glasses, and their dreamy outlook on life isn't realistic, which leaves them disappointed most of the time.
I agree with everything except the unrealistic part, because you can have whatever you want. You can make whatever you want real. So even if you have, like, you see me, I walk around. Let me take a picture. I walk around with my shades on because that's just what I do.
Girl, you behind being in the hospital. You be everywhere.
I have my babies with shades on. I don't give a damn, because that's just me being me. Now, if you don't like it, that's your issue. That's not my problem.
Right.
But the whole rose-colored lenses, like,
I agree
the
with
world
that.
is a really ugly, dark place.
Right.
Number one, let's be honest. As a Pisces, listen, I believed in unicorns at a young age because I had to, because my real world was ugly as shit.
Right.
So yeah, I had to put on some rose-colored glasses because maybe I wouldn't have been here today if I didn't put on some rose-colored glasses.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't make any apologies for being the dreamy, elusive at times, you know what I'm saying, person that I am. I have to be that way in order to survive, because you want to fuck me over. You want to fuck me. You want to tear apart what I got going on. You want me to feel that I'm not special. You want me to think that, you know, I'm not valuable and I don't deserve to have power or wealth or success or a future or happiness or a great husband or great kids or whatever.
I agree.
You think that about me, and that shit swims around me.
Right.
So I'm gonna need to wear my shades, because if not, you're gonna see my real face, and my real face looking like five to life. Okay, so I'm gonna wear my shades, and you gonna leave me the hell alone.
So now we know the story behind the shades.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to help you out, like, and avoid some time. Seriously,
I get you, because when I was reading, I was like, this is, because for me as a child, again, I don't necessarily want to say my world was dark. It just wasn't, I just didn't feel a part of it.
Okay.
And so I kind of like immersed myself in books. I mean, Judy Blume, Sweet Valley High. I mean, everything I could absorb and just get away into a different world was through books.
That's
and
good.
I became the characters in the books. I still do that now.
That's good. That's okay. Who are you hurting?
Right, and that was my rose-colored glasses, because it put me in a different world with somebody else not dealing with what some of the things that I, at the time, were dealing with.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful thing for me.
And don't make any apologies for that.
And I'm not, girl, because honestly, whatever your vice is, I think it is your vice.
You could be an alcoholic. You could be a crackhead. You could be a mother who abandoned their child for very, very ugly, selfish reasons. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to pass judgment on crackheads or alcoholics or parents who have to neglect their kids. Parents neglect their kids all the time. But we're not going to judge them here. The point is, you escaped this craziness in your life by reading books and just relating. All you did was relate to a specific character in the book, and a lot of times we'll relate to characters in books or on TV shows or in movies because we see something similar in ourselves. That's okay.
I agree.
That's okay. Nobody got killed. Nobody got robbed. You know, I'm saying it like this because for the longest I would blame myself for like just being weird because everybody told me I was weird.
Girl, me too.
It's okay to be weird.
They talked about me, said I was weird, said I walked funny.
Good.
They picked at me because I stuttered.
Good.
You know, and
you know what Plow said? I just watched a video. I was with Cassidy and I watched a video with her and I showed her because I saw the caption and I was like, I need to show this to Cass. And so I played the video, and Plow's point basically was, his little cousin was getting in trouble at school because he was always, this girl, she talking about me. She always got my name in her mouth, blah, 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 whatever. Right. And his point was, you ought to be happy that she got your name in her mouth. Like, who's the best? I think he said, who's the best basketball team in the NBA? Who's the worst? Excuse me. Who's the worst basketball team in the NBA? He was like, don't nobody know.
Because nobody talking about
because ain't nobody talking about that. But if I say who is the best basketball team in the NBA, y'all gonna be like this team, that team, this team. Everybody gonna have a different opinion because they feel like this is the best. These are the best. Da, 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 whatever. You want to be talked about because the best are talked about.
We have to instill that in our children.
We have to keep repeating this shit.
We have to, because
we have to.
Yeah, because
nobody says this stuff enough. And then this is what I get labeled weird for this type of encouragement. People want to just be down and eat their Popeyes and go to bed and be depressed. And, hell no, I'm finna tell you some stuff you needed to hear when you was a kid. You be different. You be further along in life if you listen to me. But you know what? You can't help these adults. You can help children. Children will listen, but adults are just like, I got all these excuses. I got all these reasons why I can't grow. It's too hard. I've been doing it this way, and it ain't working for you, and you ain't happy.
Right.
But I'm sitting here dealing with my titties out from my godfather. My bad. I'm getting on mine. If you ain't gonna do it, that's fine. There's more room for me to get there faster.
So how long did it take you to get to this point? Because it's not really.
I had to go on vacation. I had to go on vacation. I be trying to get my husband. I tell him, you need to relax. You need to relax. You do. You need to relax.
It's so funny because I just found me a great therapist. Oh my God, Letitia. Good. I'm just gonna leave it Letitia.
Good.
But I started seeing her, and that's one of the things that she was telling me. She said you need a reset.
We
button.
forget the simple things.
Yeah, she said you need a reset button. I said, well, how do I just reset? Because even when if I do take a mental health day, or if I do decide I'm not gonna do anything for anybody else, but for me, my reset is, okay, let me hurry up and get this house together. She said, no, don't do shit.
Don't do nothing.
She said, just like that, she said, don't do shit. Don't do nothing. She said, you'll go back to your grassroots. Grab your book. Go to the bookstore. Get some coffee. Just
I went twerking. That's what I did. I went out and I was twerking. My homegirl sent me a picture today. She was like, do this bring back any memories? And she sent me the picture. I looked at it. I said, girl, I remember none of that. I was on top of my sister-in-law. And we were in this little spot. It was a really cool restaurant. And then you go downstairs and there's this underground like club. It was so cool.
Right.
And she was sitting on one of the couches and I was just on top of her and I'm just twerking, just, getting it. Like, yeah, that's like, those are my grassroots, just having innocent fun.
Right. Without judgment.
Without
people,
judgment.
right.
And without some man trying to, men gonna try to push up on you regardless, but it wasn't about the men, it was about the girls. And that's what made it really special because it was about the girls. And for my homegirl to capture that picture, like it was... That's me. Right. I just want to do me and be me and have fun. Like when I party with the girls, it ain't all that weird stuff. When I party with the fellas, it be that weird stuff. I ain't got time for that. I'd rather party with the homegirls. If reading helps you to like just escape, if I were you, I go get like a hotel for a day or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And just get my favorite book right now. I just started. I just purchased. I haven't started it yet. An American Marriage. Did you hear about that book?
Girl, I read. Girl, I just
okay.
read,
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you because I was actually gonna do a little snippet on one of my podcasts.
Okay, I'm finna read it.
That book is I'm
finna get it. I'm finna read it.
I didn't listen to it. I didn't read it. I listened to it on Audible.
Okay,
because I'm on the go a lot. But when I tell you that book is good,
okay, good.
And it was the thing about her books though, because I actually, let me get it up. I actually read another one of hers.
Okay.
The thing I don't like the endings. I don't like, that's just me personally.
Okay.
But just in general, the storytelling is so.
I don't like books like that. Oh, that's gonna bring me down.
Why?
No. Books that have those endings. That's not like.
That's just me personally.
No, that's me too. Like
that's me personally. I didn't have any. I felt like I need closure.
Yeah, and I don't like books like that because I have real issues with closure and shit. Like, don't do that to me.
But I read American because it was on Oprah's.
Right.
I read American Marriage, and I read what was the other book I just finished with her? Silver Sparrow. Girl, this girl is, and I'm finna go to Atlanta. Something about Atlanta. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
I'm finna read the other book. Listen to it.
Okay.
And I listen to it on the way to work because it gives me peace. It puts me in a good place. It keeps me prepared for my
job.
That's
what's up.
But she's a very good writer.
I'm gonna check her out.
And I relate to her, especially the childhood stuff back in the days in the 70s and the era and different things. I so related to all of that.
That's what's up.
It was good.
I can't wait to start reading, but I don't want my heart broken at the end. I know that I done had enough heartbreak in my life.
Even when I read Silver Sparrow, I was like,
right. What I'm supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do? That's like when you.
Is it gonna be a part 2?
When you when you binge watch a whole Netflix series and then you just like, what? You gonna leave me like that? Like. It ain't gonna never be like this again.
I'm all emotional, left in my feelings without closure. But yeah, that's the only thing. And even when I posted it on Instagram, another young lady started talking about it, and she said the exact same thing I just said before I even said it. Because it's just like the ending. So I may need to write the author and
let her know, like, we need something.
I need closure, boo. I need closure.
We gonna not like you no more.
Because those books are so deep and so the stories. You know what I mean? Anyway, I get it.
I get it.
So just I don't even know where I want to go with depression. So depression, when you think about depression, we've talked about this before. I don't know how deep you want to go. What do you think about when you think about depression?
I think about that's something I need to stay away from as much as possible.
And how do you do that?
You got to boss up. You got to boss up on your life. You have to boss up on your health, your eating habits, your exercise habits, your meditation and yoga, just deep breathing habits, getting a massage regularly. Habits.
I think as Pisceans, we allow other people
shopping habits.
Yeah,
you need to go shop. That's what I say.
I love that. Shop.
You need to go shop. You need to get a massage. You need to meditate. You need to learn how to breathe properly, which is in your nose and out of your mouth. And you need to take a lot more deep breaths than you do. Most people don't get enough oxygen to their brain and their heart as they should.
You ever heard of Headspace?
I love Headspace.
Oh gosh, I've been doing Headspace.
The other one is Calm.
Okay, I have
try
Calm
that
too.
one. I love that.
I have Calm also. And I think because, like the article said, that because we are self-sacrificing people, I don't think we can help it. We just intuitively gravitate towards others.
You said it right. We are very intuitive.
Yes.
And we know what's wrong with you before you're ready to confess what's wrong with you.
And me personally, I'm gonna go into friendship since I'm bringing this on from depression to friendship, because that's why I don't have a lot of friends, because I take on their emotions.
I get it.
I wear their emotions.
Guilty.
And if it's too much, I can't handle it.
Exactly.
Especially if, now this is my own personal problem, if the issue or whatever you're going through isn't resolved the way I feel like it should have been resolved.
I get that.
Right.
But you got to back off. You got to let people just do it their way. Yeah.
And that's been a struggle for me. So I know that's a struggle for me. So that's one thing that I have been working on when I'm dealing with people and they come to me. And it's my group, for example, they must think I am the Facebook group whisperer, because I get so many personal messages, so much.
That's good though. You want that.
It is, but my heart breaks. And a lot of times I don't even know if a lot of this stuff is authentic, because there's so much drama going on in my group.
Why do you think it's not authentic though?
Because there's a lot of drama going on in my group, and a lot of times people in the same party that's having the conflict, it's hard for me to decipher, because I don't know them. Right. So, again, because of the way I'm built, so when I hear their story, I'm like, oh, for real? Oh. And then when I hear it, I'm like, and I'm mad with them, I'm with the other person, but then when I hear the other person's story, I'm like,
you on their side too.
Yeah, so it's like a catch-22.
Well, welcome to leadership. I mean, I can't help you. That's what it means to be a leader. Didn't they say in the Bible, like Moses had to like help solve all these problems for all these people? Or Job, somebody, one of them.
Moses, Job.
You know the Bible. What? The dude that had to, it was like Moses. Who had the 10 Commandments?
That was Moses.
So Moses, he had to like play, not facilitator, mediator,
right?
To like all these people's problems.
The people coming out of Egypt.
Yeah, like
and there was some depressing people coming out of Egypt. Right?
Exactly. So I mean, welcome to leadership. That's not something.
Girl, I guess so. I think.
That'll make you depressed. Shit.
Right. So I have to be very careful, because I'm talking. Don't get involved. Ignore them.
Listen,
but I can't ignore them.
We need to learn how to ignore, when to ignore, because it is like impossible to ignore helping someone. For us, we want to help every goddamn body.
Everybody.
So it's like embedded in us to help.
How you turn it off?
You don't. You can't embrace it. But like maneuver through, like you want to be a champion at it and not tired all the time from it. You gotta,
it makes me tired.
Of course it does, because the way you're doing it is not benefiting you.
Because even though when I'm not thinking about it, I think I'm thinking about it.
You probably are.
And honestly, if I feel like I can't help the person, that bothers me as well.
No, like go point them in the direction of somebody that can help them. That's when your get your network game up, and then like send them in the direction of somebody that can't help them. Because I'm not finna help everybody. I'm not. It's a lot of people on this planet, and they all need help.
Okay, what about your family though?
I help my family.
Sometimes those are the biggest.
I have limits with them too, though.
Them are the biggest succubus of all.
I have
the family
limits.
members.
Limits. I have limits with them too. Because you're not gonna depress me. People don't have to like, oh, I broke her heart, so she's depressed. I'm the reason she's depressed. Well, it don't even have to be all that. Listen. The point is, I'm drained at the idea of trying to love you.
Right. That's how I feel all the damn time.
I'm drained.
As I sip my wine.
I'm drained at the idea of trying to love you. And I need a moment. You are my family.
Right.
So, You ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. We family.
You definitely got to put boundaries up.
But we need these boundaries to be like understood,
clearly understood. No wiggle room.
You're not finna be sad all your life behind somebody else. Like, you trying to help them and you gonna let them make you depressed, and you trying to help them. That don't even sound like balance,
right?
So we're not gonna even start that mess. Like, no.
So in terms of friendship, how do you deal with friendships?
I have a few friends. I do not have a big group. I used to have a big group of friends. I miss them to death. I miss them so much. But
do you have different friends for different reasons?
I'm about to just break everything. I'm so sorry.
Different reasons?
Yes,
different
I do.
seasons?
I do. I have different friends for different reasons. I have my wilding out friends. I have my tell me the right thing friends. I have my married friends. I have my single friends. I think you need a healthy balance of all of them. I don't think you need too many thought friends when you're married and you're trying to be successful in your marriage. You don't really need a lot of thought friends around.
Right.
I don't think that's healthy or wise. So, but you do need people to keep you reminded that, you know, you not to be like, what's the right word? You're not to be like thank you, love. You're not to be like fucked with. Like, don't try to play yourself. Like, you need friends that's gonna help remind you, like, girl, like, get your shit together. Come on, we finna help you out right quick, because you over here tripping, and we finna help you out. You know, you might put that freakum dress on or something. You need partners like that. Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell my daughter and all my children, because people seem to think your one friend is supposed to be your super friend.
No.
And that's not a healthy relationship.
Hell no, that's too much.
It's too much for anybody, for you, for them, and for everybody
that's
involved.
Too much.
You need a friend. You need your group of friends who like to go to the plays with you. Friends who like to go to brunch. You have different friends.
Go running. You need friends to go run with.
Right.
Okay, y'all need if y'all can go to the club and turn up. if your friend, you and your friend can go to the club and party and turn up, then you need to be able to also go run with that person as well. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Healthy balance, or at least have a friend that you can go run with, because I got a lot of friends that go party, but everybody won't. I've only gone running.
It's always seemed to be abundance of friends.
with one friend.
It's always that you have more friends that like to party and more friends who like to run with you.
Of course, that's ridiculous though. That's crazy. But
so, how do you manage your friendships in terms of
the best friendships I have? Everybody live out of town. That works for me. Really? Those are the best ones. I miss them more, of course. I want to do more with them.
Right.
But the ones that are close by seem to be like, you know, I have one friendship in Houston that I can say is a true friend. It's one.
Right. And you okay with that?
Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Because I get lonely and I want to be with my friends and I want to have those girl time moments often. But when we all get together, or when I get with them, I just be like, this is why we don't be around each other all the time. It's always something. But we talk a lot, and we communicate a lot. But I don't know. I think for different people, because I see people with big groups of friends, and I be like, damn, I wish I could just, have all my friends in town, and we just work during the week and hang out on the weekends and stuff like that. But that's not for everybody. We love too hard. My group of friends that I had, we were like, I was in love with them.
Right.
Like, I would do anything for them. Like, don't you ever cross them. Like, I'll kill you for them. I probably don't need friends in the same city. I probably need to have that, because I need to love me like that.
Now, how do you feel like, because I've been in positions where I love my friends also. That's why I don't have very many of them, because I love hard, and I don't try to put it. I don't put expectations on people, but I have an expectation of a friendship.
Yeah.
So how do you? What was I gonna say? So when you have this friend and you loving them that hard,
I was in love with my friends,
and
I loved them.
A situation comes up and you don't feel that type of love
is reciprocated.
How do you handle it?
It hurts, because I experienced that a lot. I felt like I wasn't heard.
Right.
A lot. But I just kept pushing forward, because there was all this camaraderie and this bonding, and we had so much in common, and we always had fun and da-da-da-da. It was unhealthy, though, because what I wanted, my dreams, my aspirations, my visions for our friendship, it never was what I wanted it to be. And so eventually I had to make a decision on, am I going to be like, it sucks, because I would never say pick a man over your friends. I would never say that. But in a sense, I kind of did that. When I got married, my homegirls was just like on some like, we some thoughts for life type shit, and I'm like, nah, like my shit done. Like,
you told me about this before. Yeah, my thought days are over.
My thought days are over. Like, I've been redeemed. Like, I love him, he loved me. We finna do this, like it's all or nothing. And I had to like slowly. I didn't let them all go at once, but I had to kind of like slowly get away. And now I don't deal with any of them anymore, and it hurts. I miss them so badly, but I always told them we was cool. I'd be like, you the type of friend, I would always tell them, you the type of friend, I just leave 5,000 on your doorstep. I just do this on your doorstep, whatever. No matter what happens, like, I'll just make sure I drop money on your doorstep, because I want to be somebody. Y'all so hood with it. You so down for the hood. You so down with your pain and shit. And I want to help you out that shit. And I don't think you're ready to go. So I got to go. And ever since I left, hey, man, my shit been kind of popping. Like, and it's just going to pop more. So I'll come back and leave some money on your doorstep. And if you want to act right, you need a job, whatever the case is, I'm your girl. Like, it is what it is. I look cute.
You are cute. I like that turban.
I ate meat, y'all. I'm so guilty. I'm sorry.
Are you still doing your vegan thing?
I ate meat in New York. I feel so. Ooh, and I got a picture that I got to show you of me on the toilet.
I went to New York one time with my ex-husband. Did you go to Dr. J's?
No, I did not.
We went to Dr. J's. I'm gonna keep this quick. We went to Dr. J's, and he was a bowler.
Okay.
And so gullible us, thinking everybody's nice like everybody is in Florida.
Yeah.
New York people it's a lot of opportunities.
Of course.
And so they look for people like us.
Happy and friendly and bubbly, and they think we stupid.
Yes, we were.
Right.
So we met this guy on the train, and he had a Gucci bag or something, and he said he was returning to the Gucci store. So of course my ex at the time gravitated towards the fact it's like, okay, well, we had, because we was coming from New Jersey to catching the train to Brooklyn.
Okay.
And we went to Brooklyn and Manhattan and several other places.
Okay.
And so we got there. We went to several. So we went to the Gucci store. We went to went to different. He bought himself little things. Bought me a few little things. And so we had all these bags.
Right.
And so finally we decided to go to the hood and go to Dr. J's.
Oh, why y'all do that?
Girl, that wasn't the problem. The problem was by this time we done had lunch. We done be a rapport with this guy. At least he did anyway.
How long were you talking to the man?
From the time we left, we met him on the train from New Jersey to, so we had been shopping all day together.
Yeah.
So when we went to the Gucci store, he did return his gift, his purchase, and got the cash back. But because he said his girlfriend, and he looked like a decent guy. He wasn't overly fancy or anything. Nothing to trigger us to say he's a con artist. Girl. So we went through Dr. J's, and my husband was at the time was ahead of me. He throws the bags on the counter. You got to check your bags in the Dr. J's.
Dr. J's is
it's a clothing store. It's an upstairs 3-story clothing store.
Okay.
It's one of the hottest, retail.
Okay.
I forgot. I can't compare it to what fashion. Maybe like a Fashion Nova or something.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Okay.
And so it was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And we went there, and so I think he threw his thing on his bags on the counter, because I found this out because we ended up going to court. We ended up going to People's Court, girl, behind this.
The TV show?
The TV show.
Oh my God, y'all famous. Y'all famous.
Girl,
oh, that's
so
funny.
We went into Dr. J's, and I didn't have any bags, so I'm thinking my husband taking care of it. So we went in, girl, I'm shopping because we big balling. I'm shopping, just getting racks and racks of clothes and shoes just to take back to Florida. We from a little small town, just popping it. Girl, we get ready to leave. We're like, where the guy at? We don't know where he at. And so I told my honey, I said, "What the bag?" Because I'm walking ahead of them.
He went in the store with y'all?
Yes, we was hanging together all day.
Why?
Just finding somebody nice.
Hell no.
Let me tell you how this is how.
I thought you just talked to him on the train.
No, I'm telling you, he was headed to the Gucci store, so we was going to the Gucci store.
Man, hell no.
So we like, well, so we got personal shoppers all up in the store and everything. I'm telling you, you couldn't tell me.
No.
I wasn't big, and I was big balling.
Right.
So and I had, we had went to all Manhattan, so I had all kind of, Louis Vuitton. I had Gucci.
Yeah.
We had all this stuff. So by the time we got to Dr. J, so we was trying to leave. We made our purchase. We was like, where he at? Because he said he was finna go do a front of run. Girl, do you know my foolish ex had threw the now. By this time, he was gone. We didn't know what the hell. So my husband was like, our stuff is at the counter because you got to check your bags in at the front. And I was like, well, where your ticket at? He's like, what ticket? I ain't getting no damn ticket. What? They just took my stuff. So I didn't know nothing that happened. We ended up fussing with them people. We didn't know what happened. They could not account for our stuff. We didn't have a ticket or anything. So we walked out with only the stuff we got from Dr. J's, which is very low class compared to everything else that we had purchased.
Absolutely.
So when we so I'm frustrated because I want my purse back. I want everything I purchased back. I mean, I want my shit back. And so I ended up calling People's Court. I called People's Court, Judge Joe Brown.
Oh my, when was this?
Judge Mathis.
Oh my God.
Girl, I called everybody trying to get.
When was this? Like, what year was this? That's crazy. This wasn't that long ago. Shit, that's crazy.
Well, I've been with Larry for 10 years. And
oh, damn, it don't seem like it.
Yes, a very long time. So it was in, I can't even, early 2000s.
That's hilarious.
Maybe in the late 90s.
You called all these judge shows.
Girl, and so finally People's Court picked me up. They was like, okay, we'll take your case. Okay. So they flew us down there or whatever. And that was during matter of fact, it was during around the time of 9/11. It was right after or when I finally got the court for them to take our court case.
Okay.
And so they flew us down there, got us a room. They fed us. We came to court. Dr. J's, because Dr. J said, okay, we won't leave New York. So they refused Judge Mathis and Joe Brown. Joe Brown. Okay. So People's Court is in New York.
Right.
So they said, we'll do it as long as we go to them. And so we went and we presented our case. And girl was so cute. I got to find that tape.
You do. I want to see.
I was so cute. And we ended up, after we spent I think we spent close to $3,000-$4,000. We only walked away with $200, which was basically $50 a bag. Because what they showed on the camera, Dr. J had their footage where they saw me walking in, my ex walking in with his fur, thinking he all this, and the guy walking. So my ex threw his stuff on the counter, and when they threw the ticket, the guy behind us who was with us picked up our ticket. And he came in behind us, hung with us, and he left and got all our stuff. And you know what that stuff he took back to Gucci? Was some other stolen shit that he had got when he had got somebody else. And so he took because we went back to the other stores, and guess sure enough, he had took all our shit back and got our refunds because all our receipts and everything was in the bag. And so we went to court, and so my husband, of course, he was he was a little ignorant, so he got ignorant with the judge. But of course, with those judge shows, they edit to make it sound like she's actually getting with you.
Yeah.
Child, my ex ripped her ass a new one, but of course, it made it seem like she was all over or whatever.
They edited the thing. Right. That's what they do.
And so at the end, I'm so ghetto into my fuck New York. Y'all ain't shit. Don't shop at Dr. J. I ain't coming back to this shit. Fuck Dr. J's. They ain't shit. Girl, I was so damn mad.
That's funny.
And their policy was if you bring items into their store that are more than a certain dollar amount, they'll put it in a safe for you and give you a different kind of ticket.
Okay.
But of course, I wasn't paying attention. My ex had the bag, so of course he didn't know.
Right.
He didn't know any better. But girl,
y'all know better now, don't you? You know better now.
I know a whole lot better now.
We gonna pay attention from now on because that's crazy. I pay attention to everything.
That was crazy, girl. But that was my first. Well, we made the best of the rest of the trip. Because we were staying in Jersey because it was cheaper to stay in Jersey. Of course, yeah. There was family in Jersey, so we was going back and forth. But yeah, after that, it kind of dampened our spirits a little bit. Go back.
Give it another chance. It's 2018. Go back. I had too much fun. Go back.
So let's talk about sex. So futuristic sex ed, that's still
definitely on the map. I took a break from futuristic sex ed publicly because I can do that. I'm at the level that I can do that. Okay. I'm not at a place where I'm so popping that I can't hide and duck off for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Like right. I have to revamp the company. I have to revamp the brand. I have to change some things and tweak some things because you have to accommodate your audience. You have to accommodate investors. You have to be willing to be flexible. You don't have to change the core of your company. That I would never do anything like that. Right. But I do want to be an open-minded businesswoman who realizes like, hey, if this not working, it's time to change it. Like, we're not going to take all day trying to figure that out. Like, no, if it's not working, it's not working. Right now, I'm just taking my own little sabbatical to do things like go to New York, go to other places, travel all these other places, to learn. I'm in school. I never told anybody that, but I'm telling y'all now, like, I'm in school. I have really big goals. I want to become a doctor. Okay. I want to get my PhD.
In psychology. Psychology, okay.
I want to help people understand how to communicate. Now, you can use this premise to apply it in your work environment, in your home environment, in your social environment, wherever. But specifically, I live and breathe effective communication when it comes to
I think you make
sex education.
A great psychiatrist.
Thank you.
But what about small term goals until you get to that?
I just got to make it to class every day.
Have you thought about maybe getting like a be a counselor?
Yeah, a coach.
A coach.
Those are smaller programs. I've definitely considered that. That's not off the table.
Okay.
I'm definitely open to that. Last year, we were excited about putting our children in homeschool. My husband and I, we were very excited about putting our children in homeschool. And the storm happened, Harvey happened, and that knocked all our plans off. People's homes that we were going to deal with, their homes were flooded.
Oh, wow.
And people got displaced. Like, it was really messed up. So now we're excited again about giving it another shot in the fall.
Okay.
And so I'm going to definitely be like involved in my children's education process at home, being involved with them and seeing them off into adulthood. Like, I'm going to have my hand on you until it's time for you to fly off.
Right.
And even then, you can always come to me.
Back, right.
That's just kind of like where I am with that. They can't always come back. No, that's not an option. Shout out to my mother-in-law because she kicked all her kids out, but she made sure they were ready.
Right.
And then she was like, "You're not coming back," and she stuck to her word. And so I so respect that part of her because she's free to do her and live her life. So I respect that. Cassidy is thrilled about taking the SATs because she found out the SAT.
What grade is she in?
She's in the 6th grade. She found out that if you take the SAT and you pass it, you can go straight to college. You don't have to finish grade school.
So she's going to take the test now
She's not going to take it now. She's going to study her butt off.
Okay.
And when she's ready, we're going to pay for it. And if she ever needs to take it again, we're going to pay for it until she gets to where she wants to be. I totally support that. I love smart children.
Oh my goodness. I definitely agree with that.
Man, I love my kids. I got great kids. I don't know who told me I was bad and I don't deserve
this. Who
this.
told you that?
Everybody. You just got here. But before you got here, everybody was, she just bad. She just bad. She just crazy and she bad. And I believed that. And then I had my daughter. And then I had my son. And then I married the love of my life. And I'm like, I can't be that bad to have all these dope people in my life who understand me and accept me.
Right.
My daughter's presence and Gavin's presence, like
they are definitely some.
Let me tell you
something.
Children. These are some bomb kids,
yes,
and I look at them and I be like, man, I see where my little light came from. I'm Gavin's mom. Gavin Crunk. Gavin love everybody. He want to hug and affirm everybody, and people look at me like that's a problem or something wrong with you or. Well, and I look at my son, I'm like, no, you just happy.
He is
just be happy. Like, but people don't want you to be happy. They want you to be miserable like them. And my children remind me, that's why I want to pull them out the school system, because the school system will change your child.
I agree.
So I'm taking mine out because I can't save everybody's, but I can save my 2. And I want to prolong their happiness as long as possible before letting them go into this world. But they see the crazy. I can't shelter them from the crazy. They see it.
So you said a few minutes ago that your family kind of like fed you.
Yeah, my family and my church family. Like a big part of it was my church family.
So how was you able to overcome that?
Getting away from them.
Yeah, but
getting away from them.
Getting away from it, but it's something.
Getting the hell away from them.
But it's something that's instilled. It's like there's
a light in me that will not die.
You learn that behavior. You know what I'm saying? You learn what
to
they
be
teach
bad.
You. Yes,
hell yeah, I learned to be bad because I was labeled that shit so much.
So
like,
you
don't power in that.
So you don't take any accountability into maybe they went about it the wrong way.
I feel like this. I feel like when you're not guided,
okay,
who you gonna blame, the child or the teacher? When you're a child and you're not guided, you're going to blame. I can't stand parents. Let me tell y'all something. We're not even supposed to be talking about this.
We can.
I can't stand parents who are like, oh, shut up, sit down. They don't stimulate their child. They either let their child play too many video games or their child just sits in front of a television. They don't put their child in sports. They don't, even if you can't afford sports, because I know it's free programs all over our city at least. Major cities have free programs. You just got to get your child there. But if you allow your child to just come home and watch TV and eat and hang out on the phone and be on their cell phone all the time, you're not talking to your child. You're not, I know I get tired. I get annoyed. I be having moments where I'm like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. But I check myself real fast.
Right.
Because I remember how it felt when I was a kid and didn't nobody want to deal with me. So I'm like, I can't pass that down. You have to be, and when you are a parent, you got to take that selfish shit on somewhere. Like, I had my moment in New York where I was selfish. I was not a mom person. I was a mom, but I wasn't like, I was just me. I got to do me.
But that's like a reset. That's like a reset
you need
button
that.
Because if you're not healthy, how can you be healthy for your children?
You need a reset, but you got to pay attention to what your children need. You can't act like, oh, they're going to be fine. I was ignored. They're going to be ignored. Everything, I'm fine, so they're going to be fine. No, they're going to be affected by that shit.
Right.
Talk to your, if nothing else, if you can't afford extracurricular programs, talk to your kids.
So you think that would have made the difference in your upbringing?
Yeah, like my mom just told me the other day, she was just like, she gave me a hug. She was just like, I'm so sorry. She was like, I was just crazy. I was crazy. And I was like, yo,
but you know, we
was
don't,
crazy.
But honestly,
was crazy.
You're actually breaking the generational curse because people don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And a lot of
even the parents.
Yeah, parents. A lot of our parents' generation, even to this day, you can't even tell them that, like, you can go to your mother and say, "This is what you did to me."
I told my mama.
And guess what?
Because at one point I was just like,
how did she receive it?
At first she wasn't hearing it because I was just like, I don't fuck with you. Like, and I love my mama to death. I
Right.
love my mother. My mother has been through hell. I would kill you if you mess with my mama. That
Right.
is my mama. I love my mama. But at one point, I just felt like she wasn't owning her part in how
and
the
that's
crazy
the thing.
was.
They don't own it.
But they don't. At the same time, I was hurt about a lot of that. I had to step away. Man, my husband is the best. Like he's very objective, where he can step out and be like, okay, no, this is where this. I love that about him. He helps me grow. Mm-hmm. You need somebody in your life. If it's your man, if it's your gal, if it's your
somebody,
you need somebody in your life that's gonna help you
breathe that life.
But you have to be open minded to learning.
It, right.
If you want to just always blame other people, that's what you're gonna do. I looked at me like, okay, but I did make that decision. I did do that. No, I did it, and I liked it. I do it again.
You do it. As a child, you have your difficult moments, but you felt that.
I just felt like I was not guided. Like,
so if
I was blamed.
If your parents would have dealt with you in a different type of way, it would have been a different result for you.
Even if it wasn't my parents, because the cards my mother was dealt, like, well, I mean, even to a certain degree, she chose those cards, but at the same time, the hand that my mother was dealt, she did not have the capacity to give me what I needed, and I forgive her for that.
You think a lot of parents?
Hell yeah, I think a lot. And the thing is, we can take off all the chains if we just talk about it and admit it and hug and go get something to eat. People overthink shit.
They do.
Just admit the shit. Eventually, she was just like, I was wrong. Like, because I was the guinea pig. I was the first daughter. I was the guinea pig daughter. My sister didn't go through all the crap I went through with my mama.
Right.
But she looked at our relationship and she was like, I don't want that. So I'm just not going to do that.
She did something different.
Right. But the little siblings get that privilege.
Right, they do.
And I respect that. I'm not even mad at that. That hit me on the freeway today. I was like, you was the guinea pig, boo. Like, I was like, shit, damn, I was. But that's real though. If people just, even the parents, like, it's okay. Like, I know you didn't know. Mm-hmm. I know that if
but it's so hard for them to admit that they didn't know.
That's their issue. That's not my issue. I don't spank my children. Mm-hmm. I used to.
Oh, I was gonna talk about spanking.
I used to, but I don't anymore. I don't even remember the last time I did spank them. We disciplined them.
So what are consequences? What is discipline?
They get certain things taken away. My daughter is in love with her cell phone. She hate to have her phone taken away. So she be on her best behavior. Mm-hmm. But the biggest punishment that we do at this point, like the most crucial, is physical exercise.
Oh, they
hate sitting on the wall. They hate it. They can't stand sitting on the wall. I would take them to the park and make them run till they finna die.
So what changed in terms of you spanking and not spanking? What changed with
because
that?
I was putting my hands on people and it was getting me into like legal problems.
Is it because you were spanked? Were you spanked?
I mean, I was spanked, but the way I was taught, I deserved it, right?
Yeah.
The way I was taught.
Right.
But I think that I probably needed somebody to just sit me down. I needed a male figure in my life to sit me down and help me. Larry was a big help in my life.
Right.
He was a really big help in my life. He don't even want to admit that, but he was his presence was a big help because he didn't put his hands on me. He just talked to me. Even if he shook his head, like, why are you doing that shit? What's wrong with you? Like, do better. Like, it was some type of encouragement there, but it wasn't no physical abuse.
Right.
And it wasn't sexual, trying to come on to you and stuff like that.
It was genuine care.
It was genuine. Yeah, it was with no motive. He fed me.
Right.
He gave me a place to stay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna always be around. It is what it is. I love him. I didn't have that dad, so that's one of them.
Speaking of dad, so do you have daddy issues?
I definitely have daddy issues.
Still right now?
I'm getting better. I'm getting much better at my daddy issues. I don't think that they are, I don't even know if they're daddy issues anymore. I think that they're more like issues with men. I can't say it's a daddy issue thing because I'm learning the independence thing. I might be a little late in the game, but better late than never.
Right.
I don't think it's a daddy issue thing because I had to forgive my dad. My dad went through some fucked up shit and then he passed some fucked up shit down. And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I can't do nothing but forgive him because me holding malice in my heart is going to weigh me down. And I ain't with the shit. But issues with men, yeah, like I'm glad you asked me this. I've recently, this is a big one for me. For real.
It is. I agree. Cause
I've recently accepted that I have issues with men because men always want to have sex with you. Whether it's like I'm attracted to you. I was watching this video and these guys were saying the question was they asked all these guys, why do men have sex with women they're not attracted to? And all the men gave
I was gonna ask. That was on my list to talk to you about.
The
that
guys
little,
gave.
that panel,
it was a little snippet,
yes,
and all the guys gave their opinion about it and stuff like that. And I get it. I respect it. I'm not even mad at none of the answers. Like, be honest, keep your truth. Like, I get it. I'm not even tripping with you. But you know, men in my world, like, they growing up to today, like a child to today, I don't see men like talking enough to women before they are pushing the sex issue. I didn't get that growing up. All through my, hoe phase and all of that, like getting to know men, dating, stuff like that.
That's what they're taught, though.
I know, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah,
because that's why now we all yelling me too. Something happened to me too because your ass didn't talk. But it's not your fault that you didn't talk because you weren't taught. But now I'm finna teach you, and then once you do the shit again, it's gonna be your fault.
Right.
Because either way it go, if you knew or you didn't know, we're still affected by that shit. I'm sitting here like just being able to like admit that I have issues with men because I went to New York. And I told like every guy, I'm not fucking you.
So they actually, and that 4 days, 4
day
vacation,
what?
that 4 day spiritual enlightenment, that four days of growth and learning and re-education. Somebody was trying to fuck
I came home and I was telling, and I even FaceTiming my husband. I was just telling him like, it's the niggas out here like they, and I don't bleep that word out because I don't like that word.
Okay.
The men out here with up there is like, you don't know. The men up there, they are so
aggressive,
but it's like
confident,
it's sexy
cocky.
Though. It's sexy though.
Yeah,
it's so.
But they don't know how to turn it off though. They don't.
They have no chill, and they feel like they are God's gift to the United States.
And
like,
they could be the ugliest booger in the bunch.
It could be the ugliest one. It could be the ugliest one.
Right.
He could have the smallest penis.
Right.
He got the biggest ego.
Confidence. Yeah.
It's a weird kind of confidence, if you ask me, but I ain't.
It's
finna
weird.
sit here.
It is weird. Cocky. It's just. I just
Yo,
don't understand.
dick not even on like the level,
right?
To be acting like that. You are not from the South. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's just all the way keep it 100. But anyway, I'm drifting. Anyway, whatever. I ain't even.
Daddy issues.
No, like it's just men are they are really entitled, and then men get mad at you because you know what you want. Like you approach the situation like, I want money for this. I want, like this type of approach, whatever. Like, or I want to be approached this way. I want this to be brought to the table. If you're gonna step to me, this is what I'm gonna need you to bring to the table. Like, I need you to understand off the top, this is what it is. I'm telling you, so I need you to understand what it is. That's how I am. That's how I was. Like, that's who the hell I am. You gonna come at me on some, I want some pussy. Why can't I come at you like on some?
Can I have you have a certain type of income?
Can I get your social? I mean, maybe I don't want your social, but I'm just saying, like,
it is a double standard. It's a double standard because
what's the value of pussy to a man?
Right, but it's like
shit.
But honestly, Sparkle, I don't understand it because they have so many expectations of what they want in a woman, the way she look, the way she act,
all that shit.
The way they present
you ain't even on the level.
But soon as an educated woman say, well, or even non-educated, somebody who got some goals and doing something,
ain't even on the level.
Soon as you tell them, I want my man to be able to have this type of income, I'm looking for this, we gold diggers.
Oh well.
Why the fuck we gotta be gold diggers, but you looking for?
I'm a gold digger then. Call me what you. I've been called worse by.
It's such a
less important
jacked
people.
up double standard. I just don't understand.
I don't buy into it anymore.
There
are plenty of stigmas, peer pressure, all kind of stuff that I just don't buy into it anymore. I've done things. I talk to my husband about everything, and I'll tell him it's so many times I had sex I didn't even want to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just did it because I felt I was obligated. I was taught that if a man does this, you're supposed to have sex with him. If he do this for you, if he do that for you, you're supposed to have sex with him. So I would have sex.
That's how we reward them for good behavior.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to have sex with your man, you still got to have sex with your man. Like, shit like that. Like, let me tell you something. In the name of hell no. It's no way in the world I'm having sex. For the rest of my life, I'm not having sex if I don't want it.
Now you talking about within? Okay,
I'm talking about with like other people.
Okay.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Right.
My cousin called me yesterday and she was just like, "Girl, I had sex with this dude and it was so bad." And I was like, "You know why it was bad, boo? Because he don't know what you like. Because don't nobody want to sit there. Damn, if you gonna take the dude home from the club, at least be in the club talking about the kind of sex you like. I'm not saying you can't have a one night stand. I'm not saying you can't be young, wild, and free and live your life. But if you gonna do the shit cause I would get mad. We go home, I'm getting crunk, I'm ready, I'm dripping and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's trash sex. Well, how was I really going to expect him to? Because all the men want to do is just go in and out. That's all he want. He don't give a damn about that fancy shit. If he get it, he happy. But if he don't get it, he still got the poke.
Hence, men that fuck anybody.
Oh, yes, they will.
To him or not.
Oh, yes, they will.
But then now going back to the animal, the Museum of Sex and the animal. Can't you see the connection?
Hello.
I mean, it is what it is. They're no different.
And the male animals was getting it in.
They don't care.
With each other. They don't care. They just want the rock off.
They don't care. And so men they just get offended by so many things, but they don't realize they are, I think, what they're taught to be and what they're genetically designed to be. Right.
And I'm not mad at what you're taught, because that's what your teacher knew to teach. And that's all it is. But it's a new day, and now women are way more vocal than we ever have been.
Way more vocal.
And it's only going to get louder. Our voices will only get louder, as it should. This is Women's History Month, so just move over and make way. Damn it. But it's time for men to listen.
Right.
To what we need. If you want something, you need somebody to listen to you if you want it.
So speaking of men listening, I had a girlfriend who I had a conversation with a young lady. She's 18 and she's dating a young man who's 24.
Okay.
And she put this in my group. She says, I was having a talk with the young lady and she told me her boyfriend likes to have anal sex 90% of the time. I told her he's 90% gay. He only wants the cat once or twice out of the month, and that's with you. That's with him, I guess her pleading with him.
Wow.
Please help this little girl.
She need to leave him alone.
So what's your response?
Leave him alone, because she's never going to get that what she deserves. She ain't going to never get that.
Let's break this down. I had a problem, first of all, with them, identifying him as being gay. Anal sex is not indicative of a gay.
I don't believe that at all.
It's gay sex. And I think it's a preference. It's something that,
it's men who like a finger in their ass while you fucking and stuff like that.
And a couple people said
that's
that too.
not gay.
They said if a man
those men are smarter to me, because let me just be honest. My husband will never play that. Like, he would never go for that. Like, maybe he would with me. I don't know, but we talk about the stuff like that. And he'd be like, please stay away from my asshole. Like, but that's on some other stuff. But if he ever was like, okay, I'll let you try because it's you, then, I probably still wouldn't want to. That's just not me. I'm not interested in putting my finger in his ass.
Yeah, it's your choice. Thank you.
That's just me.
Right.
But I don't think that any man who finds stimulation in anal, pleasure, I don't find that gay.
Right.
I find it extremely ignorant of people to call people gay just because they know those sexual nerve endings in the anus are very sensitive. I love it when he poked me in my ass, when he fucking me from the back and he poking me in my, ooh, it's something back there. It's something back there. I love that shit.
Does that make you a gay man?
I mean, I love that shit. So,
but my thing about it is, I said, first of all, to me, it doesn't say he's a gay man. He has a preference.
Right.
I would say, as a young lady, why would he enjoy looking in the back of my head instead of my face? I mean, and then the fact that you are 18 and have no say, they're not even communicating about what she likes.
She don't even know what she like at 18.
Yeah, exactly.
She don't even know what she like. That's about control.
Him and his sexuality, but not dealing with the real issue of her as a young female.
She needs space to learn herself.
But she's afraid that if she lose him, that's her world.
Do they have children together?
No.
Girl, that's what we all think at that age. But you find bigger and better and everything else when you let go. And
it's not even, she told me it's not even pleasurable to her.
Of course it's not. She is a baby to sex.
90% of the time, anal sex, that's crazy.
Let that man go. Listen. Okay, listen. I hope she hear this. Listen. Start a conversation. Start an inbox conversation with somebody else. Just start in the inbox. Find somebody and just start. You can meet them somewhere and y'all exchange inbox information only, and y'all just start talking in the inbox and see where it lead to. And I be having advice, but I be trying not to come across so.
I don't know.
I be having advice though, but call me. Just call me. I'll tell you. Just call me.
I don't know what the relationship is to my friend who put it in the group, but I just think
that's so sad.
The young lady needs to be talked to. I wouldn't necessarily say leave him alone, but I would definitely work on her. A
lot of the issues that I had at that age, I had to want more. It wasn't about somebody trying to coach me into better. Right. I had to say, you know what, enough is enough.
But if you don't know what you don't know, you need somebody to at least plant seeds.
All you need is vision for your life.
But how can you have vision when you don't know vision?
Damn.
I mean,
that's about all I can give you right there.
Yeah, because I mean, and I always say that to people because I was a CNA a long time ago. And one of the case studies that we were going over was this young lady out the backwoods of Florida. She went into the hospital. She was having a baby, and she had lice all over her. And, you know, of course, they had to try to clean her up as much as they could before they delivered the baby. And everybody in the classroom was like, well, you know, she's dumb. She's stupid. How's she going to have lice? And this, and the first thing the teacher said, she don't know any better. You only know what you're taught. So if nobody teaches you to think big, and honestly, a lot of people who don't necessarily need that teaching, but a lot of people do need that teaching. Agree. But then it's up to you as
if you don't want it
to want something better for yourself. Shit. And it may not come at 18, it may come at 28.
It might come at 30.
You know,
exactly.
You know, but I just think that, you know, sometimes you have to plant seeds, and if they don't grow, then they just don't grow.
They just don't grow. And some people gonna eat at McDonald's. That's why McDonald's gonna always be in business. Some people gonna eat at McDonald's, and some people gonna eat healthy food that they know is gonna make them stronger. Some people gonna use food for fuel, and some people gonna use food for pleasure.
Right.
It's the way of the world. Nothing's ever gonna be all one way. It's gonna be that negative and that positive balance. I'm still having to accept that life demands negative and positive. That's a war we ain't gonna never ever get past. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be bad.
I agree.
That's the balance you need. The bad keeps you humble.
Right.
You know, it keeps you learning. So, you know.
So you've been through a lot.
I've been through a lot of shit, girl. Let's talk about it.
You've overcoming your daddy issues, your
I'm working
family
on
issues, your grassroots things that kept you down, and you, like you said, you had to want more.
I think so.
So, why marriage? What is the benefit of you being married?
I got married because I was pregnant with our son, and the church and family members, they were all like, y'all got to get married. That's the right thing to do. Blah, 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 blah.
So both of y'all got married not wanting to get married. Were you ready to get married?
No, we were not ready to get married at all. We were friends. Like, we were just friends, and then we had to get married. Like,
friends with benefits?
We were just, no. When I say friends, like, we were friends, and then we were like boyfriend and girlfriend for like 2 seconds, and then we were married.
Right.
We were friends for a while, and it was cool. It was fun. It was great because that's what the foundation of us is a friendship. Right. That's how we made it this goddamn long. Like, swear to God. Like, that's my friend. You know, right. I'm his best friend. But it's been a hell of a journey because of how it started. We didn't do like the traditional, nothing we did was traditional. We did it on some like, you know, we got to take care of our business because we have these responsibilities. And it, you know, we've just made the best of it. A lot of people don't go the route we chose. They don't stick through and try to communicate. When I built the communication company, I built that on the premise of my marriage sucks. The way we communicate in our marriage.
You should write a book, My Marriage Sucks.
I'm on it. It was a terrible method of communication my husband and I had, and we have grown so much.
Definitely have, right.
And you have to like have an attitude of I want to grow. If you don't want to grow, that shit is not gonna work. People say, "Oh, you just stand in it because you just stand." Man, first of all, you don't know me. Fuck you. And me and this man genuinely love each other. We want to raise our families together. We want to be together to keep our family whole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people who don't understand.
They don't understand that because it's not about being selfish all the time. Like, oh, I gotta have him. I gotta be happy. You can be happy in a relationship, but you have to talk. If y'all not willing to talk, just get the hell away from each other. Right. If y'all not willing to listen, just get the hell away from each other. My husband and I had a shitload of sex. Okay, and we listened to each other. Having the sex helped us to calm down from all our disappointments, and we were able to listen. I don't think it was a distraction. Well, yes, it was. I'm lying. It was a distraction from the bullshit because we were young. Everybody got a point. Everybody right. Blah blah blah. Man, we get through fucking. I just love you. I don't want to fight with you no more. I just love you.
But the problems were still there.
They were definitely still there.
Right.
But we had to, we took the time to learn how to get through each one. And we still learning. We still getting through stuff because of what we decided to, like, we humbled ourselves. We went to therapy. We going to therapy this week, and I'm going, next week?
Oh, I love my therapist.
I'm just saying, like,
therapy.
Because the goal is, like, we want this to work. Ain't nobody trying to force nothing, but I mean, we gonna force.
I think people, again, it goes back to understanding. If you don't have a good example, well, honestly, we
didn't have no good examples. He didn't either.
I can't say it wasn't a good example. I just didn't have an example of a relationship.
Yeah.
So for me personally, because I didn't see it, I craved it.
Every relationship I saw,
I craved it. I wanted
messed
it.
Up.
Yeah, but not me. So, but I wanted a good relationship with a man.
Yeah.
I'm a marrying. I always wanted to be married, and so kind of like you, when Larry and I was going through stuff, and they had our separation. People actually were angry, because we decided to work past our BS.
Who does that?
Thank you.
Who gets mad at you for saying I'm gonna take the high road and stay with this person and work through that shit? That's strength. When it's not killing you,
right? When it's
as long as it's not killing you,
right?
But if you say, you know what, there was a guy on the interview that I was telling you about, the one where the guys were like, okay, well, what would you do if your girl cheated? What would you do why do men sleep with girls that they're not attracted to, women they're not attracted to, blah blah blah. There was a guy, and he was like, I would hope that where was I going with this? I can lose track real quick.
That's another Pisces.
Epilepsy. I blame it on the epilepsy. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I was going somewhere with it. It was some point that somebody made in the interview that related to what we was talking about, but it just left my brain. And so now we got to talk about something else because...
Well, we're talking about the benefits of marriage while you married.
Yeah, like I love my husband. Today, I'm with him because I choose to be.
And we were just talking about how... I was just saying how when Larry and I decided to get back together and work through our problems, people were mad about that. They were mad and disappointed.
This is just another question. Like, why would you be mad at Kobe and Vanessa? I think his wife's name is Vanessa. Why people be mad at them for staying together? Well, that's hard. That's hard to get. Oh my God. And public humiliation.
They say the same thing about Kevin and Inoki Hart. You know, that girl was judged so harshly for forgiving him. But I'm like, but she found something.
And people always blame it on money, or they blame it on something.
It has nothing to do with it.
But that's not your motherfucking business. With your miserable ass. Your miserable, broke ass.
Because, and like I tell my daughter all the time, I say, you know, your girlfriends are always chitty-chatting in your ear, talking about what they will and will not put up with. But I guarantee you, if you leave your man behind something they done said, they'll be right there with your man. And because they wouldn't leave their man. They wouldn't leave their man for the shit they talking about.
Exactly.
They dealing with, I said, all of us been on the stuck on stupid rock at some point in our life. If you can find a way to work, you got to figure out for yourself as a woman what you're willing to put up with.
Right.
And some women do not put up with cheating. Some do.
Right.
Some put up with talking too crazy. Some don't. It just depends on what your level.
It's certain men I wouldn't put up with cheating. I just wouldn't put up with it.
Right.
Because I don't have to. Like, look at you. Like, this is a mess. Like, I know I'm better than this. And it depends on how the situation played out. Did I neglect him?
Right.
I'm grown with my shit.
But you gotta own. That's right. You gotta own it. You gotta own it.
Did I play a role in this? That don't mean that what I did to you was the reason why you went out and did what you did. If you did something, you did it because you wanted to
do it. Right.
But it was. Did I encourage anything? I'm cool with being open, even when it hurt. Ooh, even when it's like your chest is open, you can see your heart, and it's just raw. Like, I'm okay with that honesty because that's just me. Like, I'm okay with that shit. I've been blamed for shit I wasn't even guilty of. Like, and I started believing that's what the fuck I was.
Right.
And that's who I was. So I don't know. I'm just used to, I'm used to being able to take on things that maybe I shouldn't take on, but it's giving me some type of superpower to be able to, literally, it's some type of superpower I have where when it's time for me to own my shit, it's not nothing I run from. I do not run from my part. Like, if I did it, I did it, and I enjoyed it.
You know
and
what? Honestly,
I do it again. I used to tell people that all the time by hitting folks. Like, I did it. What you want me to say? I do that shit again. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's a part of our...
But you got to be willing to grow from that shit, though, eventually, and walk away from that crazy shit and just be like, I want to be calm.
And Larry don't understand why I can't necessarily have issues, but if I'm dealing with something, just say hypothetically something with his family, and something has happened, I'm immediately going to assess it, and I'm going to own whatever I did.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say what I did, because you can't move past it until you admit the shit that you did.
Right.
And if you don't admit what you did, and I put all my cards out on the table, I'm not necessarily going to stop talking to you, but I'm going to start dealing with you differently.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think you're an honest person. You don't bring any value to this relationship. You want to stay stuck in stupidity.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's like it keeps things going on, other things to grow from that.
Absolutely.
And I don't have time for that bullcrap.
I agree.
And he don't understand why he says I can't move past. I said I can't move past it. I do. If I'm still talking to you,
compartmentalize is different.
If I'm still talking to your ass, I move past it.
Right.
Because I can hold some grudges.
Right.
I don't. It's only I can't even say a handful of people. Probably a couple of people that I just truly do not like.
Right.
I may choose not to be around you. That doesn't necessarily mean I don't dislike you.
There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Exactly. But it's for my protection and yours.
And yours.
And yours.
And you're welcome.
Thank you. So that's how I move. That's how I navigate with relationships, because I'm just like you. if some shit done happen and I know in my heart I done did some shit,
yeah,
we can't move past it till I say what I did.
I gotta say what I did.
I gotta say what I did.
Right. Because it's going to eat away at you, too.
Exactly.
And that's another thing about Pisces. We be like, oh, I did it. Okay, I did it. Yeah, like I did it. Oh, man.
I mean, just like recently.
It should have eat at you.
It does. I mean, like recently, because I have a really bad temper and I've been really good.
We do.
Really good at my temper for some few years now.
That's good, sis. Congratulations.
Malik got into it. My son got into it with his girlfriend. And it caused me to go with, he's grown, and I know people jump on me because like, he that man grown, let him.
Right.
I felt like he because I don't get in my kids' business, but if they ask me to do something and I feel convicted or compelled to get involved, I'm getting involved. I don't care if you 18, 28, 38, I'm getting involved.
Right.
If you come to me.
Right.
So he came to me, and this is a very humiliating, but I went over there to them people's house.
No,
and I acted a buck nut fool. You know what I'm saying? I did because I lost my temper. I allowed them
to get the best of you.
To get the best of me, and I lost my temper. Here I am, freaking 47 years old.
Still turned.
Girl.
Turned all the way up.
Bad knees, arthritis.
You ready to whoop somebody's ass.
Girl.
I understand.
Let me tell you something. I handed my grandbaby to Larry, and it was on and popping. But immediately after
that is hilarious.
But immediately after, like when everything calmed down, I got in the car and I reflected on that. I said I could have did this so differently. I immediately felt so much remorse. I felt so guilty. I mean,
you want to call them and say you're sorry, but you like they gonna think I'm crazy.
And
but
honestly, they do. But
we are crazy in a good way.
But I had to I had to journal. I had to put it in a box and put it away. Now, granted, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I won't apologize because I said what I said. I did what the fuck I did, and you deserved that shit at the time, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I felt,
you're not crazy, sis.
But I felt, but like, he don't understand. He was like,
he don't have to.
You go through these emotions, and when you want to go apologize, I say because
he don't have to understand.
I feel so much guilt.
It's eating at you.
It's eating at me. I have to apologize, not for necessarily what they did, but how I responded to that stuff.
Right.
You know, and
you're not crazy.
I am.
I mean, you're not crazy in a way where you need to feel bad about who you are, or you being that way. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. That's all I'm saying.
I did say, but I said after that, I told my son, I said I'm not getting involved anymore.
Yeah,
because he went back to the girl.
Yeah,
after all that drama.
That's what I'm terrified about with my son and my daughter, like their relationships, like because you want to protect your child.
Right.
I've never experienced a boyfriend with Cass or a girlfriend with Gavin. I know that
they're
Gavin,
so young.
Right? Gavin is going to experience women and all that other stuff, and because he's experiencing them now. You know, when he go up in Circle Drive, when we drop him off at school and he go up in Circle Drive, they have the kids out there opening the door for the kids that's getting dropped off in the morning. And there's this one girl, she always, Gavin's having. And I just be looking at her like every morning. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, and he just be smiling. Ooh, his smile is huge.
It's beautiful.
He smiles so big when he see this girl. Right before she opened the door, Mama, here she go. And then he get out the car and he just be grinning and cheese. And I be like, boy, walk in that school. Get your butt in that school. But I mean, I don't want to get involved.
Here's my thing about this stuff, and this is what
it's probably gonna happen though. I don't know.
You're gonna have your moments, and that was one of my moments with him. But what I have learned over the years is when I come to my children and who they're with, I try my best, my darndest, to stay out of it in general.
Yeah,
I truly stay out of it. If my daughter's having issues, if either my son's having issues, if they talk to me about stuff, I listen. But as long as they there, I just listen.
Right.
And I don't take on those emotions. Now,
good. Teach me how not to do that, right?
I've gotten a lot. But if you come to me and say, I need your help, and I went over to them people's house, and let me tell you something, Sparkle Belly. I sent Larry up there first because he's the calm one.
Of course.
But then when I thought everything, he said, come on over.
Oh my goodness.
I thought everything was calm and it had worked out. We're going to make an agreement. We're going to get my son car fixed. We straight.
Oh my goodness.
So I listened to this woman sit up there and tell my son about what he should be doing with his life and call himself parent. Parent your child.
Right.
You got your own daughter over here with her own issues, okay?
Right on.
Parent your own daughter. So when she finished, I never addressed that. I said, well, let's focus on what we're here for, which is a car. She put her hand up. I'm not discussing this with you.
Okay.
And
here we go.
And here we go. Okay.
God,
and look, we're on Homestead.
Hell no. Hell
we
no.
on Homestead, all got no backup.
We all from Houston. Like, we all just ignorant when we want to be. And that's not good no more, y'all. We can't do that no more.
It's not. So I would just definitely say with your children, just
stay out of
it and deal with them and what they're going through. Because whatever they're going through and the emotions that they're going through with that person, they're choosing it.
I agree.
They're choosing it.
Well, I do agree with that.
Right. Now, if it becomes a difficult thing where you feel like you have to step in and then you have to talk to the other person. I usually go to parents. I'm not a kid person.
Right.
I normally go to, I don't really, because I don't want nobody saying shit to my children. So I don't really talk to people's children.
Right.
But her specifically, I have said something to, because if you text me some bullshit, or if you call me with some bullshit, and I don't receive it well, no telling what you're going to get from me. But I will go to your parent and tell your parent what I said.
That's crazy, man. I'm not even looking forward to that part. Like, I don't even want that. Like, I don't want that. I want to get along with my daughter-in-law. I want to get along with my son-in-law.
And you will.
I don't want no issues. Like, y'all keep y'all issues between y'all and the therapist.
But the thing about it is, you can't get caught up what you feel like.
That's why I need to be busy.
They deserve, how you feel like they should be loved, because they have to determine that themselves.
I just want to be busy. I just want to be so busy loving me, doing me, that I'm not so wrapped up in their lives. Like, if Cassidy is interested, she talks about California a lot because she has Hollywood goals. If she's interested in moving to California at the right age, I'm not opposed to that. Gavin wants to play basketball. He swear he going to the NBA. Okay,
yeah, and he is. Speaking, Gavin,
he swear he going. Today he was asking his sister.
Basketball now?
He does. He got his playoff game is this weekend. He was telling his sister today. He was like, "What can I be after I leave the NBA? What can I be? I think I'm gonna be a banker." Like, he told Cassidy.
And you can own the NBA,
right? Like,
own the team.
You know, do your thing, Gav. Like, I'm not tripping. But when it comes to these chicks, like, I know because he got it. He got that it factor. He got it.
He is. He got some energy. I mean, he definitely.
Cassidy is just a sweet person, and
I don't particularly like children.
Right. Well, I understand that. I get it.
And people and Larry say, "Oh, why do you have kids if you don't like kids?" Just because I don't dislike them don't mean I mistreat them.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Right.
I love my children. I wouldn't change them for the world.
But I don't want no more.
I don't want no more.
Me either.
And if I had to, I would have my same children. I just in general don't like children.
I agree with you.
And so that's why I'm not a teacher. I don't work in the daycare.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
But when I see your son, he like draws people. You want to engage with him.
That's him.
You want to engage with him.
That's his mama. Like,
right. Now, Cassie don't say much if she see me.
She don't, but she love everybody.
She'll come give me a hug.
She love everybody.
And I ask her how she doing, and she's very polite.
She love everybody.
Respectful. But him, he
gonna bring you some food. He gonna rub your feet. He gonna tell you beautiful.
Girl, let me tell you something. Look, it's my titty out. He making me feel like I'm a snack.
I be like, yeah, you put it on too thick. He be like, Mama, what did I do? You didn't do nothing,
people
babe.
Feel like they're a snack or
For
something.
real. That's Gab. And we didn't teach him that, by the way. Like,
where did you get that from? Whose personality is that?
Well, I think that there's
because it's not Reggie's.
It's not at all. I think that the charm and the charisma he got from his mom. He's quick witted.
Right.
He's charismatic. He's very charming. I know that he got that from me.
Okay.
Definitely. I was anointed at a young age. She got it. She got it. Whatever it is, she got it. She the one. She gonna be the one. You know, here I am now. So I love my kids. Like, they remind me that it ain't a damn thing wrong with me.
Right.
I'm good. I'm good. I love them little suckers. They get on my nerves. I cook for them. That's why I was flying over here, because I cook for them.
What are you stay on this side of town now?
No, we live in the Galleria area.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. And so my husband is like, he's doing raw. He's not just doing vegan. He doing raw right now. So no cooked foods. So, yeah. So this morning I got up. See, I got like a lot going on. People don't have a clue what I have going on. I cooked like a bunch of meals today, and I went and got me something to eat because I was like, damn, I'm tired. I dropped off this morning, and then I dropped off this morning, then I hit up the grocery store. I took something back that I had to take back, and then I hit up the grocery store, hit up 2 grocery stores, and got all of the things that we needed for Reggie.
Trader Joe's?
I like Trader Joe's-ish. I like them, but I went to H-E-B and Kroger. Okay. Shout out to H-E-B. That is my H-E-B in Central Market. I love that. Anyway, and Whole Foods.
Right.
But I went to H-E-B. I went to Kroger, got what I needed, came home, and I started whipping up everything for Reggie. And Reggie is only now.
How hard is that? It's everything.
It's not that it's hard. It's just that you got to chop a lot of stuff. But I don't just do stuff and just throw it in a bowl. So I put a presentation together. Like I'm serious with my shit. Like that's my love. Like, and so I did the pineapples, the grapes, the strawberries, the kiwi, and the mango. Chop it all up, make it look good in a big fat ass bowl, and he'll just take like bowls of it at a time. The kids will dip in there. We all eat out of it until it's gone, and then we refill it back up. He has a big bowl full of salad with arugula, red leaf lettuce, red onion, avocado, strawberries, tomato.
So it's straight vegan with nothing cooked.
Nothing cooked. Sunflower seeds. He takes snacks of like walnuts and stuff in sandwich bags and stuff and water.
Now, how did he try? Now, first I know
Reggie haven't had meat in over 6 months. It's been a minute since he ate meat. Like he don't play.
Well, I know because he watched that Netflix show. That's when it first started.
Right.
So he was in and out. Okay, so how did he transition from not eating meat? Because I know he was pretty adamant.
Hanging out with people who
was going to support him. So what's wrong with steaming the broccoli?
Broccoli not even good for you. Broccoli is a hybrid plant that has been made in a lab. Broccoli not a natural plant.
You said that about cabbage too, right?
Don't eat cabbage.
I love cabbage.
I do too. I totally dig that. Cauliflower, broccoli. Those are not authentic natural plants. They are like, it's like saying something was built in a lab, like versus something that grew out the ground.
Then why do we see them in the ground? So
well, because they were made in a lab in dirt, but they were made in a lab. They weren't coming from a natural seed of. They don't have seeds in cauliflower and broccoli.
They truly do not.
How do we actually get cauliflower and broccoli? No, do you know that? Because I don't know.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know, but I like buffalo cauliflower. So.
Let me tell you something. I'm such a hypocrite, and I'm honest about this. I ate the day before I left. I went with my cousin. Shout out to my cousin. We went to Green Sea Vegan and had buffalo cauliflower nuggets.
What is it called?
Green Seed Vegan on Alameda.
Oh, I'm gonna try that.
We had it was cauliflower nuggets that you dip in buffalo sauce. And,
I love
they were
it.
bomb.
Oh my god.
And they were bomb. But when you realize what the cauliflower is, you don't want to eat it as much.
So is it not that it's not good for you, or is it unhealthy?
It's not good for you. It's unhealthy for you. In general, people want to like mask all this food stuff, like, oh, it has protein in it, oh, it has this and it has that in it, but you don't know what you eat because you don't even know where it came from.
But greens don't even have a seed.
But greens are plants.
True.
That's the thing. Like you got to think about what's a plant and what you talking about. Mustard greens, collard greens, yes, like
mustard, collard,
you gotta know where it comes from.
Now, so I could definitely see y'all having y'all own garden. Is that
hell yeah? I want to, but I'm busy. Like I got school, I work, I got school. Motherhood is because I'm always at their school. Somebody try to mess with my kids. Somebody got a program, whatever. I'm there. Right. You know, I help my husband with his business on top of me working. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm busy. Plus I got my own brand to stay focused on because like this shit is a lot. But if I don't make sure we eat the right foods. The kids had Indian food this evening.
And did they eat meat?
They eat meat sometimes, but we just take it away. And they just deal with it. They don't cry. They don't make a thing of it. They just be like, oh, okay, we're not eating meat. Tonight was tiki masala, vegetarian tiki masala. Like it was bomb.
Like I haven't eaten steak in about 6 months.
Start somewhere.
I haven't eaten. Well, that's a lie. Cause look,
start somewhere.
Look, I don't eat pork, but I eat bacon.
I get it. Just start somewhere.
That's about the only thing that I still, because I crush it up in my oatmeal. I got that from Michelle.
Just start somewhere. That's all you got to do is start somewhere.
I am a heavy chicken eater.
Okay.
I will eat a few times, but I don't eat a whole lot.
I'm not going to judge you for anything you eat. I'm just going to tell you
what I'm saying
what's in it is not good.
Right. My growth is to try to get away off of meat fully.
But just do like
I want to keep seafood though. I want to. What's that called? Pescatarian?
Pescatarian. But seafood is really, really, really bad for you.
I know. It's even worse than chicken. I saw.
Here's the thing. If people use their imagination, listen. It started off for me. It started off like, I know I could do this with candied jalapenos. I started making my own candied jalapenos. I will put
that HEB got something that is so good. You put with cream
candied
cheese.
jalapenos.
Yes,
I wouldn't want nobody else's made. I want my own because I make them
and
bomb.
you make them with cream cheese and crackers. Oh my god!
I know what you're talking about. That shit is good, but you got to stop eating the cream cheese. I know exactly what you're talking
why
about.
I stop eating cream cheese?
Because you can't have no dairy. No dairy. No,
well, I can't. I don't know a few things I can eat that's dairy, which is yogurt and cream cheese.
If you eat eggs, I'll judge you. I'll just be looking at people who eat eggs.
I
be like,
eat egg whites.
you eating aborted chicken.
I eat egg
aborted
whites.
baby chicken. So imagine an aborted fetus.
And I think the white part is the
and you just
chick.
eating it.
Well,
and it's delicious, ain't it, with
good.
all that cheese.
It tastes good with some black beans.
I bet it does. I stopped eating that shit. I don't want to
eat eggs at all.
I ain't ate eggs since pimping. I can't remember the last time I had an egg. I don't fuck with that shit.
Aborted chicken.
Aborted baby chicken. You just gonna eat an aborted baby. The baby dead, and you gonna fry it up and eat it with your dumb ass. I'm just being honest. Don't listen to me. I mean, who am I? I'm just Sparkle Bailey. I'm just living my life.
Speaking of Sparkle Bailey, what do we have to look forward to in the future for Sparkle Bailey?
I'm getting my PhD. It's gonna take a while, y'all. So just bear with me. It's definitely gonna take a while. I still deal with epilepsy, which sucks all the ass, but I deal with it and I'm stronger for it. So my whole journey is a process. I can't promise y'all this year I'm gonna arrive. I can't promise you next year I'm gonna arrive. I do promise to arrive.
Okay.
I promise to arrive. Sex education, communication, communication in sex education. I live, I breathe, I walk,
that is definitely
I run towards communication in sex education. I'm going to start partnering up this year with nonprofits that are in alignment with sex education. I've taken up donations. I took some donations around the end of the year, 2017.
For the sock drive?
Yeah,
yes.
I still have everything. I haven't given it away yet. I found the perfect organization to give it to. Because what I was going to do was just pass it out to homeless people on the street.
Right.
But I found a really great organization, and they need a lot of stuff. And so I just been adding and adding to the pile. And one day I'm going to walk in there, and I'm going to meet the people in charge and tell them, hey, all of this is for y'all.
Right.
On behalf of these people and this, and the third, because sex ed is just like, it's just not there. The communication part about sex education, sex trafficking, it's just so many umbrellas. It's a lot of umbrellas of people who are caught up in a lifestyle that they don't even want. I relate to that. So I have a big heart for helping people understand, no, you're going to listen to me.
Have you thought about, I think we talked about this before, like going into different communities or different organizations and being a keynote speaker?
If anybody will have me, I will come.
Anytime you invite me. You need to start marketing yourself like that.
No. That's all about the rebrand.
Right.
That's what the rebrand is all about.
Okay.
Because what I've been doing have not been working. So guess what I'm willing to do? Turn my head and go the other way. I want to figure out the niche that works for me.
Right. And honestly, this works very well for you.
Yeah.
Because you have a story.
Oh, girl, I got plenty. I got a different story for every city. Okay, like
right.
I got stories, and I don't bore nobody.
Well,
you know, I'm here to stay, but I do realize that there's time needed in the lab to perfect your gifts, and I'm cool with that. So if y'all don't hear from me publicly, I put it on my social media accounts, like, I'm not here for the hype right now. I've just recently posted my birthday pictures because I had such an awesome time.
Right.
I did so much stuff. I just decided to post my birthday stuff. Before that, for a while, I wasn't saying nothing.
I know, you disappeared. I was like,
damn right, I'll do that. I don't know if that's a Pisces thing or not, but I would disappear on your ass in a minute.
Yes. I did when Tiana got sick. I did disappear.
I be telling my husband, I be like, do you know you the only thing I ever been this loyal to? I would dip. I have options. I got options. I be gone.
I would dip in a minute. I left Florida, came here, packed up my 3 kids.
Do you hear me?
I would leave in a minute.
You and these kids. That's it.
I told her the only reason I'm still here in Houston is because of him. Because otherwise, I would have left.
I be gone on your ass and be just fine.
And just fine.
I ain't never had
myself.
I ain't never had a problem
with me.
Never. Boy, you better appreciate me, boy. I hope you hear this.
So where can everybody find you, Miss Sparkle Bailey?
I am on Facebook at Futuristic Sex Ed. You better follow me now before the name changes. Futuristic Sex Ed. Futuristic, FUTURISTIC. Futuristic Sex Ed. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Look me up. You know, hit me up. If y'all know anybody that needs someone to speak, hit me up. Send me a message. futuristicsaid@gmail.com. I am one of the sweetest people y'all have never met. I'm always judged, but I still bounce back. Like Plow said, if they not talking about you, then you ain't really on the level. So if they talking about me, I must be doing something right.
That's why they judging you, because they know you destined to be great.
And stop thinking I want y'all man. I don't want nobody man. I want my man.
Wait a minute, who thinking that?
Just people who think because you're a female or you're a woman, I don't want to use that word female. You're a woman in the world who's confident with herself, who can come out and be herself and blah, 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 whatever. You out here for the attention of men. Like, this is the thing. Everybody I know that's a woman, we all know how to get a man's attention. We know what to do. We can put on oils. We can dress a certain way. We can talk a certain way. We can cook. We know how to get men's attention. It's not about getting a man's attention.
I think women who...
I want y'all to stop raping and stop, just being ignorant. I want y'all to learn, it's ways to communicate. Hard, dry sex and all that shit. That shit is over. Like, you need to focus on what a clitoris is and how to stimulate that motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. She need to be dripping before you even touch her. Type shit.
Like, back to the women who think I think women who think
insecure,
that somebody
weirdos.
they're insecure. That's not your
they
problem.
They still queens, but they weird with that insecure shit. You didn't even ask me about me before you just told me I was here for the attention of a man. Come on now. Ask me some questions first. Shit. I've been judged all my life. I have to laugh about it now because now I'm finna make money off all the bullshit I ever been through. Now I'm finna make money off of it.
As you should.
Fuck it.
This is my 1 year anniversary, y'all.
I'm so proud of you. Keep going.
Thank you for coming through, Sparkabella.
If ever you want me, I'm coming.
Definitely. I'm going to definitely have you back. And for those of you who've been rocking with me and continue to rock with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. And definitely continue to follow my podcast on Apple Podcasts. I think that is iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Radio. Also, check me out on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And it's been a great night, girl.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. All right. We're out. That was good.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Keep going.
I'm going to try.
Don't quit, Tiffany. Keep
going.
going.
I'm not going to quit.
That shit is like, sometimes
I'm telling you, it's been hard.
This is what I made for the kids.
I appreciate everyone who is listening